being bold. I'm being daring. I'm starting now, because I want to start this drawing today. Hello! It is me, Well-Spoken Rambler. I'm back on a Saturday stream, and I'm feeling fairly chill, fairly sedate. How are you feeling? Hello, Sally. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Lofty. It's everyone's here. I'm so tempted to take that as a catchphrase. Let's get ready to ramble! But I feel like that's probably copyrighted in some respect, so I'm not going to chance it. If you were here last time, you'll know that we were drawing Galileo Galilei as a space wizard, and you would know that from the time before as well, because this has been a really big drawing. I think usually when I do drawings like this, I would just do it in one huge burst, but it's actually nice to be able to keep track of how long this is actually taking me. So we've just about gotten all of the line art done, but here's the thing. I was looking at the drawing, and I feel like I could add a couple more creases, namely in this hat, just not too much, just a little bit. You've missed both. No way, Sally. If you know this as the, Let's Make a Music, the Galileo final try, Galilei Galaxy EP, which I think Sam can link and I can also link, but I don't want to be faffing around on the internet while I'm streaming. I don't trust my internet. But yes, adding just teeny amounts of shirt creasage there, and then a little bit of the old, just not too many, but just a little bit of fluff creasage, just to say, hey, this thing is a moving object. Yes, this is my interpretation of the Galileo Galilei as a space wizard from that. Thank you, Sam, for linking it anyway, even though I think I've already... Me and Sally are good friends, and I tend to subject her to all of my interests, so I think I had already sent it to her, but yes, thank you. Should I give Galileo Galilei, arm hair, or is that going too deep into it? I know what he definitely needs. He needs a couple of forehead wrinkles to sell that he's old. Yeah, that'll do. Did I get any further with Space Game? Lofty is vaguing me about the fact that I've been playing a lot of Outer Wilds, but specifically only on weekends. And the answer is yes, I have done all 3 of the scary things, and now I need to go and do 3 other not scary things. I think that's, I have arm hair myself, not much, but enough that it's conspicuous when I look at it. But everyone notices things about themselves more than other people do. You know who had hairy arms? Grace Kelly, and she's considered one of the most beautiful people who ever lived, so that's all good. Yes. I think, in the interest of not going too deep into it, that will probably do for the line art. Now, it is time for colours, and I'm going to stick with the little one down here first, because that will be easier to colour, because I can just use this image as a sort of reference. Lofty, do you reckon we need more creases on the hats? I can crease this hat more. We can... The world is our oyster, and we can sure crease a hat. Maybe a little bit here? I don't want it to be too crinkly, though. I want this to be a hat with some structure. Something like that. Obviously it gets a little bit more at the end, but just fairly solid hat, but with a little bit of, this is still fabric. That's what I'm hoping. But yes. It's a crooked hat, not a floppy hat. Yes, exactly. If I wanted a floppy hat, I can make a fucking floppy hat, but it's not really what I'm going for this. Now, I'm going to separate my pencils from the rest of the riffraff, so I can kind of do them all together in one part. And then I thought about color picking this, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and match it by eye, only because I think the colours are a little bit desaturated in this painting. So I'm just gonna stick with something a little bit more. I'm gonna revert to my my default brushes, because I tend to find they're a little bit easier to colour with than my fancy pencil brushes, which are really good but require a lot of pressure on the arm, and that's no good. I could do this in a smarter and faster way, but I don't feel like it. That would require doing fancy select tool things, and right now I just want to colour. Heh, yes. I feel like trying to open an oyster with a sword is probably a little bit overkill. I leave them somewhere high and dry enough and they'll open themselves, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's good for eating, but then again, I am pretty allergic to oysters. So I wouldn't know. I probably shouldn't say that to the wider internet. What if I get really famous and this gets dug up in a decade's time and gets used against me like a sort of John Lennon but with oysters? I think I'd probably be able to taste it. Oysters, I haven't actually had oysters, but they are a bivalve, and they, along with other bivalves like mussels or scallops, anything that has a shell and does this, I can't eat, because it makes me ill. Which is a shame, because scallops are really tasty. They're really tasty and I can't eat them, and the thought saddens me no end. Which is very horrifically middle class of me, but what can you do? Scallops and pancetta crispy bits. Oh yeah, no worries, Lofty. Go and eat some food. It's important to eat some food. I ate my food before I started the stream. 'Cause trying to eat food during the stream is bad sounds. And I think I maybe got away with it a little bit when I was doing the stream the other day, but it's not something I want to get into the habit of. Speaking of habits, got to improve my posture a little bit, especially while I'm drawing. Let's see how far into this I go. If I don't finish this one by this stream, I will probably finish it off stream, just because otherwise I could be spending forever doing this. And I was thinking, how would you guys feel if I moved my PlayStation or like moved my days around so that on Saturdays I was doing my Nintendo 64 streams? Not to get rid of the art streams entirely, but I like the idea of being able to shuffle them around as is convenient for me. That side wouldn't have the same texture. That would be a different... I think it would be... Well, firstly I need to be on a different layer. And then I need to be going a little darker, a little redder. Maybe a little brighter and a little redder. Something like that. That's what I would still, if I ever did an art stream, I would still do the art stream on Saturdays. I just wouldn't do them all the time, because it means I would have far fewer opportunities to play video games, which is the main thing. I've also been pondering what... I tell you what, I'm going to make another group of... Gonna name one normal, and then I'll make another one later called Wizard, because it's where I keep the wizards. I mean, yeah, if you think about it, Sam is in Pacific time, so that's like the middle of the day for them. So, yeah. People aren't obligated to attend my streams. That is always the case. I'd rather people like did what they needed to ensure their good health and stuff. Yeah, let's go for a nice dark, extremely dark yellow for this bit in here. So it's not black, but it is pretty dark. I want to save... actually, I can make that lighter. I think I can make that like this colour and get away with it. Yeah. You know what it's like, the difference between like a black piece of clothing and true black. You know, I'm not... Galileo Galilei wasn't out here wearing Vanta black. Although, God, can you imagine? Just walked in and just a silhouette. I think that'd be nice. Just a barely discernible Galileo. It is, as the folks say, a mood. Gonna just add a little bit of a white colour. Oop. I've strayed from the lines! Get back in there. I know, I'm a colouring in radicalist. Right, what colour were the... Speaking of colours. Okay, so that's a proper... That's a brown. So if that's more red, and then this is this way, and I guess, like... Yeah, sort of that colour, I think. Yes. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, I put it down and I didn't like it. I'm adding a little bit of warmth to it just because, let's see how to get this not looking mildly scatological. I'd prefer if it weren't. I think browns are a difficult one. I have found more errant lines. This is good to know. I don't know, they don't have to be perfect, but vaguely in line with each other would be nice. Yes, that's the ideal. Maybe not that much, that really does look like a piece of poo. Not to be contained, exactly. Exactly. Yes. It's still... I still don't love it, but I could probably go over that with... this is literally, I'm just blocking out the base colours, and then I can go with highlights and shadows in different colours. Shadows I usually like to do as like a masking layer over the top, because you can set it to like a certain colour and then mask it over the top, and the colours underneath will adapt, so it's more like, what if X colour was under certain light or certain shadow? I think that tends to work for me. Yeah, I think I might make it more of a... more something like that. Here's what I can do. I can take this and I can make a new layer, and I can go to select, and I can modify contract by a pixel, and then presto, ta-da! And that only looks slightly shit. Let me tidy those edges. Let's get this looking nicer. This is always the risk when it comes to selections. the way that I mean, this is, like I've said before, this is a very old copy of Photoshop, so I think some of the stuff that it does is like would ostensibly work better in a newer version of Photoshop, but I do not think that I want to shell out for that. I was bad enough when I had to I ended up inadvertently going over my trial run of Premiere Pro because I exported a video and all of the green screens in my video had been eaten by a Mac. This was back before I'd changed my computer to a fancy new gaming computer. But yes, that was a faff. And then Sam, that's what I've already listened. This is a free copy of CS2, which is to say it's free because ages ago Adobe released the license key for it. I think the idea was to recover it for people who used to have Photoshop CS2, and they, I think, eventually took down the website that had them, but I saved the keys from before that website got taken down, so I have just a picture on my computer of just Photoshop keys and all the other Adobe license keys for the CS2 suite, so I can use any of those whenever I want, but I only tend to stick to Photoshop, maybe Premiere Pro if I need it, but other than that, it doesn't tend to come into play that much. I'll show you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to do something radical. I'm going to do something badical. I'm going to set this to not black, but kind of a dark colour, because I need to see where I've missed gaps and such. Actually, this looks pretty good so far. I don't seem to have missed too much. Let me check. Yeah, no, this is better than I thought it would be. Much better. Yeah. There we go. Dark enough so that I can see where I've gone over, but light enough so that I don't lose sight of my lines. I'm assuming everyone else can still see my lines. It's obviously highly context dependent upon your screen, but excellent. It is always morally correct to steal from Adobe, and that is true facts. Let's see. More fluff. Always room for more fluff. Let me get in here. Yes. That's called the old flash on, flash off of whose layer am I on? Whose layer is it anyway? That's me. Good stuff. We've got ourselves an astronomer. He's coming together. I'm going to need, at some point, when I get to the end of this, the reason I did Galileo first is because I wanted to do this one because I know what the colours are going to be. I don't know what the colours are going to be for the wizard, aside from like skin and hair, which I'll take from here, maybe the pantaloons and the shoes, but other than that, the world's our oyster. It truly could go any which way. That is the wrong layer to be doing that on. This happens a lot. This is all part of the colouring in process. Yeah, no, absolutely. The colours were always going to be, how do I say, eye-searing, but I wasn't quite sure to what extent. I've missed a colour. I've missed some colour from this. This is actually supposed to be a fluffy sleeve, but I didn't do it right. Oh, well. Yeah, that's fluffy. And then That was also supposed to be fluffy, I think. Or was that supposed to be fluffy, or was that supposed to be... There should definitely be the counterbalanced fluffy sleeve here. What I might do is that, and then I might go back in, erase the line that's there, and replace it with a fluffy sleeve, because that feels like a necessary fix. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Because now I have a line to work off of, just like the sketch layer, except this time even sketchier. It's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be better than it was. Yeah, that'll do. Just to give that good kind of fluffy sense about it. That feels correct. I'm gonna go with this colour here. I'm gonna change it a little bit. So that's that layer, which means above that I'm gonna stick. Let's make this a little bit darker, a little bit grayer, but still within that kind of colour range. Oh, maybe I could even go a little bit darker with it. You don't know what I'm talking about because you can't actually see my colours and I'm not sure how to capture them, but I can show you what I'm doing. This sort of colour for the socks. For the socks, I think they're tights. Or like whatever the equivalent foot technology was back in the day. Yes. This is raising all sorts of questions about ye olde times, which I never had before, but I'm not actually that interested in. Their socks? Okay. This is... When was the sock invented? I know that the ancient Egyptians had flip-flops, but there's so much that I don't know. I'm so glad that I exist in the advent of digital technology. I see. Thank you for that fun fact, Sam. I am learning more than I ever knew. For a long time, shoes were just leather socks. Oh, I'm not sure I like that. It is a fun fact, don't get me wrong. I just think, like, texture-wise, that doesn't fill me with joy or confidence. Ooh. 300 to 500 AD. But wait, sandals are definitely a lot older than that. Oh god, of course, I remember the toe socks now. Yeah, it makes your feet look like a pair of like a crab claw. That's the crab claw shoes. Now I remember. Yes. Thank you all for reviving my memory on the subject. I'm not sure if I can undo what I've done. There we go. It's gradually coming together. Now this I need to make touch yellower, touch brighter, and then I can use that to colour in the telescope. Actually, do I need to make it... Actually, no. I'm going to distinguish it by virtue of the fact that it's going to have like metallic shine to it. So hopefully I can successfully, convincingly do a metallic shine on this telescope. Telescope, telescope, telescope. There we go. It's happening. It never stopped happening. I don't know if I have any strong opinions about Argyle. I never really thought about it. The only basis of reference I really have for Argyle is this is a this is a true throwback to like mid-2000s flash animation internet culture, but there was this little series of shorts called Tiny Plaid Ninjas, or Tiny Plaid Ninjas, I don't know how you say that word. The word, I'm going to type the word in so you understand the struggle I'm having. Tiny, that word, ninjas. Because I don't know how to say that word, but I'm surviving nonetheless. And they were small, non-specific shaped. I think it's either plaid or plaid, or pled, or something like that. It doesn't have like a obvious pronunciation, I don't think. Save my progress before I go. But yes, there's this little stripiness. You know that animation effect where the character is like a 2D frame and they move, but they have like a texture layer behind them so that they move, but the texture behind them stays consistent, so they look more like a cutout. Yeah, Chowder, very famous for that, and almost certainly lifted it from those kinds of cartoons. Or from those like web animations, and yeah, so Tiny Plaid Ninjas was one of those. And at the end of episode 2, at the end of episode 1, the two Tiny Plaid Ninjas are fighting, and they end up having to team up together to fight Argyle Ninja, who is also like, so the Plaid Ninjas have a sort of tartan pattern, and then obviously the Argyle has the little swirlies on it. Yes. Oh man, how long I've managed to avoid going on such a wild tangent for such a long time. But no, this did it. I need to think about let's have a look at Galileo again. I'm actually gonna see if I can't pinch some skin tone refs. Oh, that's if I move it slightly to the right just to saturate a little bit more. Yeah. That should do it. Let's, I'm gonna make a layer. Have a feast of this. Now that is a Galileo Galilei. This is, whenever I'm colouring in skin, I have to say, I do always think of the Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger music video where they're shooting the, like, balls of flesh-coloured goop at the people, and then it sort of, because they're blue and it spreads over them and they turn like other people colours, and it's a strange little thing. I do like that film though. I think more films should strive to just be extended music video for a whole album. Oh god, I almost want to say do yourself a favour and go look up the music video for that, but then that's liable to cause me to say go and watch the entirety of Interstellar 5555, which is possibly like, hey, I'm always like, hey, my friends should watch these extremely long weird things that I like to watch. Oh my god, Sam, I thought my references were specific. Sam is referencing a live stream sketch from Polygon where I think the role-playing Solid Snake and the Colonel talking about what the best moisturiser is to use and how do you know which one is right for you. And it's a difficult one because of societal norms. Solid Snake skincare ASMR. Indeed. I'm not sure how I feel about ASMR. It just gives me the willies. Not in a good way. Pardon me. Oh. What's really fun is that I have NVIDIA GeForce installed on my computer, which means that every time I have to do an undo on Photoshop, a whole window pops up which I have to close. But thankfully, I don't think you guys can see it. Otherwise, that would be a pain in the butt for me. Someone say trans rights? Trans rights. Trans rights are human rights. And today is, unfortunately, Trans Day of Remembrance. Generally speaking, if if a terrible violent thing happens so much that you need like a yearly specific remembrance day for it, that's probably a good sign that the causal factor needs to stop. I feel the same way about the Remembrance Day that we have here in the UK, which is why I don't buy the red poppies, because they feel a little bit too jingoistic. It's like we're aware that we don't like war, right? War is bad and hurts people for no reason. Yes, thank you. Was it me remember troops, where they stuck the poppy on the Cookie Monster? It's like, man, this is turning out good. Not to toot my own horn. Listen, this is how it happens, is I will love the thing until I don't love the thing anymore. There we go, a nice finish for the chair is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a nice finish for the chair. As opposed to a nice finish in the chat, Sally? This is a good pun. I shouldn't make puns about my moderators, or anyone in chat, really. What's great about the chair is I can just be like, oh, well, this is going to be polished, so the shading is going to be extremely light and extremely dark. Same with the telescope. It just makes my life so much easier when it's like that. Thank you, Sally. Thank you for mod approval of puns. Chat is not the only one being moderated today. One day I'm gonna figure out how to have music on these streams. Because the problem is I listen to a lot of music, and basically all of it is licensed music, which I can't use. I actually work for a place where I could potentially get a discount for a music licensing service, but I would have to scour the thing for music that I actually want to listen to while I work. Oh, we'll see. I can always organise that in my own time, you know? It's no worry. It's no biggie. Yes, that's kind of clipping through. Oh well. Game soundtracks are also another option. Although, having said that, a lot of people these days are uploading their game soundtracks to using distributors, which means that they will get content ID'd. I know that I've seen at least some soundtracks on TuneCore is one of the distributors. You can always check, because they'll have a topics channel on YouTube, and in the description of the topic it says who managed the upload of the track. Oh no, I'm revealing the fact that I know about music more. I'm not going to hide this time. But yes, I need a nice verdant mint green colour for the seat. Maybe more green. Yeah, that's a colour I can get. You know what it's like when you just pick a colour and you're just like, yeah, this works for me. Yeah, this works for me. This is just a nice verdant green for this chair. Just a nice verdant green. Kind of pops out against the rest of the... In fact, I'm going to colour this green instead of not green, because I like the... kind of gives a different dimension and flavour to it. It gives a little different dimension and flavour to it, like a posh wine. Me, know about music, the person who made the Music Unravelled. I wouldn't call it a Music Unravelled. I definitely cribbed the style a bit, but, like, it's a video essay about video essays. This is kind of, recursive, staring up its own bum type stuff, but I still enjoy. I still enjoyed making that, even if I probably shouldn't have done it. I should have given myself more time to do it and not been at work, but it is what it is. Where did I put? There's the telescope. There's the telescope, because I've decided I want this gold. I'm cheating. I want this gold on the buttons too. There it is. That's how you know it's a fancy chair. Thank you. I'm not fishing for compliments, I should clarify. Yeah, now is a single Galileo floating in the void, and he looks fucking miserable. Oh. Come here. Your eyebrows, sir. They're missing. It's this layer. There we go. I didn't just accidentally, making sure I'm not accidentally touching anything else. Nope. All good. All good. All good. All good. All good. Ooh. There we go. Delicately filling in the eyebrows with the biggest brush known to mankind. Did I mean to have two different reds on the robe? Yes, I did, because if you think about these kind of fancy... you can't see it very well in this image, but robes like this, they have one texture on the outside, and then they have like a much more sort of satin silk texture on the inside. And so I was trying to reflect that. Yes. It's like, and he had one thing that you don't. A great big bushy beard! How many times per stream can I go, hello Marley? Meal entertainment is dinner and a show. Here, Marley, look, I've drawn... Oh. I have drawn a Galileo. Let me pull them down so you may see. He's sad. He's sad because they won't let him science. This is Cunch. Cunch doesn't sound good when I say it. I don't know what it is, whether it's like the specifics of the language or the fact that I'm English, but Cunch does not sound good when I say it. We'll make this kind of a... That's not how light works, but... Actually, that looks good. I've decided that's good, actually. That's, yeah. It's gloss. It's gloss. Yes, it does sound like British cursing, and I don't want to get, have issues with Twitch. Let me make this 2%. Oh, it's locked. It's locked. Oh well. Make this infinitesimally lighter, just so I can... It turns out for a bigger drawing, I need a slightly lighter background, but only slightly. It's wizard time. Reason I made the colours dark. So this area is going to be very dark in this corner, and then in the background of this much larger corner, I'm going to have a lot of like interstellar medium, which is the posh term for like space nebula dust. I'm going to have lots of nebula effects behind them. And so yeah, I'm trying to think, like, colours-wise, I want to bring the fur colour from here. The fur colour, the hair colour, the skin colour all need to transfer over from the original Galileo to the wizardly Galileo, plus the gold from the telescope. Gay highlighter wizard. Absolutely. If you think this is... What's the point? I want this to have big airbrush on the side of a van energy without actually being able to spray paint. That's what I want for myself. I want to... God, if I could become person who gets commissioned to spray wizards on the side of a van, that would be like... That'd be a dream job, you know? Let me actually, am I too far away? I might have to get up close and personal with this stuff. Yeah, I will. I will. That's what I'll have to do. Let's perceive our lines. Contraband time. Yeah. This is what I've done to myself. I've given myself a whole bunch of... Let's drop down to a smaller sized brush again. I was experiencing brush hubris. The nice thing about like the furry aspect of the drawing is that you don't have to stay too firmly within the lines as long as everything kind of ends at a point. You're good. Like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of has to just follow along like that. Which is nice. I like it. Oh, this end, because this end is Beard Town all the way. So I'm just going to try and do a bit of that. I might, ooh, too far. The big sleeve and little waist bit attached refers to the same colour as tiny Galileo's robe. He's grown too powerful to be contained by his overall, and all the other clothes are his wizard. Hell yes, you understand the fact that this is a magical girl transformation, Sam. There we go. It's magical girl / hulking out of his shirt, except instead of out of a shirt, it's just into powerful wizard robes. Like I said, again, this isn't Solstice, but Solstice should be a good inspiration. You gotta have a good wizard. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Here on twitch.tv. Man, I'm already like 45 minutes into this stream and I'm only just starting on Galileo Galilei. Let's see how far I can get in this. I do want this to be the last stream just of this ilk, just because I do want to maybe start playing actual games on Saturdays. I won't stop doing art entirely, like I said. I just want to be able to... Basically, I don't want to forget where I was in Quake 2, because it's not an easy game, even when I have it on the easiest setting. I don't want to forget where I was. I think once I finish Quake 2, I'll probably go back to a drawing. Maybe I'll even draw one of those Quake 2 boys. Those horrible little men. And also, there are also women in Quake 2. They are extremely 90s. Oh no, we might have another art stream. Oh no. I've been told my sarcastic voice needs some work, so I'm practicing. Feminism. Yes. Yes. Some might call it that. I would be inclined to disagree. I don't go as quickly when I'm streaming my art, but I do have a lot of fun. Well, to be fair, it could also be that I've started with the most detailed thing, basically. That's why this is taking as long as it is. But I reckon the rest of the stuff, knock on wood, will probably happen a little bit quicker. So I don't think that the Quake Wizards are... Quake Wizards? What do you mean wizards, Lofty? Have you met a single wizard in the entirety of Quake 2? And is that... I think... Do I want the Strog to have wizards? They are like cyber Nazis. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want them to have wizards. Not that wizards can't be a bit fash, but that's not really the vibe I'm going for. Oh, Lofty, you have not seen Quake 2. It's the game I've been playing on Thursdays. It is the Thursday game, which I missed a week on because I was ill. But now I'm better. You have to imagine my life as like a series of I'm doing bullet time around various stressors where they just keep coming at me, and I'm going like, whoa. That's me. I'm not stopping playing games on Thursday. I'm stopping playing games on Tuesday because I was basically trying to get from my workplace, commute back home, and then get everything set up in time for 7 o'clock, which turned out to be a bad idea. So I have decided to reshuffle things. It means that I have to let go of the really good pun names that I gave my streams for Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, but I can cope with that, you know? Puns, as tragic as it is, they do have to come second to mental health. We're speedrunning the fur. It's easier when you have like huge swathes of things, because then I can do the stiff wrist, moving shoulder kind of art, which is I think better for you. But I think the people who do that also have like diagonally tilted graphics tablets, which would be funny. I do like the idea of just having like a free size graphics tablet is like, can you see anything? No. As we all know, video games are art, so no, but I'm thinking about video games encroaching onto Saturday. I'm starting to get the sense that my chat possibly struggles with the perception of days of the week and what happens on them, which, I mean, in fairness, mood, but still. Yes. I shouldn't call you out. You are actively supporting me. I should not be taking shots. Time is fake. Oh. Ooh, bad lines. Bad lines. Bad and naughty lines get sent to the line wiggler. There we go. Yes, snacks, drinks, meds, important for existence. I really have. I've done it to myself. I'm just gonna focus on getting these parts right, because I think the big part through the middle I need to do as a actual like big brush, rather than these parts which I need to do with this slightly smaller brush, because that will work better. Figuring out my craft, my trade. This isn't my trade. Oh, see you, Lofty. And take care as well. Yes. Truly is me drawing lines. Does anyone else have any, like, art that you guys are working on of late? Because I know there's a fair few artists. Sally, I know you were drawing the Pokemon main characters from the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games, which I know because I was there. And, oh, what is this? Oh no, what's happening? You should go and see Sally's streams, because Sally, are you still planning on streaming tonight? Because if you are, then people should come and watch, because you're good at art. Yes. Is that not the ever-prevalent mood? You gotta... Don't stream if you're not up to it. If you're not feeling well. Health comes first, despite what Twitch themselves may think. Ah, yes, the ever-present Bessie. I appreciate her cowfolk aesthetic, which is because she's kind of dressed like an old-timey Western girl, but also she's a minotaur, so she is literally a cow girl. Cow woman? She eats people. That's the main thing I know about Bessie. So, much like the killer whale, I respect her from a far distance. Man, I wish I had the creative juices to actually have my own original characters. I get really like, I mean, this is fan art, and I get really inspired when it comes to fan art, but I struggle to come up with my own stuff, which is simply what it is. I think people who are able to, I don't know where the creative flow comes from. Indeed, killer whales have never hurt people outside of captivity, which is again why I'm keeping a respectful distance from them, so that never becomes a higher number. That's animal husbandry. I've said this before on stream. I'm fairly certain. Huh? I didn't know that about orcas. I'd have to look into it myself because that. I almost said that could be a fun fact, but I have no idea under what circumstance that would come up as a timely and relevant fun fact. I suppose now, I guess. Thank you for sharing it. Huh. That is interesting. I do wonder why. What they stand to gain from it. I wouldn't necessarily. I think, in terms of like trusting wild animals, I definitely don't trust dolphins. Dolphins, I don't know, a happy face which belies a malicious interior. I'm reading into it that much. One should not anthropomorphize real animals. Uh-huh. Subspecies. I am learning more today than I thought I would about orcas. And yes, we do call them killer whales over in the UK. But we know what an orca is. This is Free Willy. But to be fair, I'm fairly certain killer whales only get that extremely floppy dorsal fin in captivity. I don't know if it's called a dorsal fin when it's on a whale, because whales aren't fish. Whales are mammals. Oh dear. I didn't know that. That is much less fun. It's a tricky one, getting people to care at the time without feeling disempowered. Let me get this one too, and then I'll bust out the big brush. That is really sad. I'm sorry that is happening, Sam. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's probably quite a lot of things that I haven't haven't seen in a while, species-wise. England doesn't really have a lot of like big megafauna. The main ones that we get are deer, because we have like mainly just big deer populations. Even in Cornwall, we have wild deer populations here. They just are very good at keeping to themselves, to the point where it is usually a fairly big occasion if you do see one, and also kind of dangerous because sometimes they can just appear on the road and you gotta be very careful when that happens, because sometimes they'll be standing on the bank and then hear a car coming and jump out into the road because they don't understand and they get a bit scared. Having said that, the main time that I've ever seen a deer on the road was driving back from Calstock, which is way in the north of Cornwall, and on the way back I was going down a country lane and there was just a deer casually walking in the same direction as me, going down, so I had to slow right down to a crawl, and the deer just kind of looked at me and sauntered leftward into a nearby field, and that was very funny. It's just like, it just doesn't care. Not bothered. Unbothered. In my lane. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready to expand. There we go. There we go. That's just quicker. That's just so much quicker and much less terrible for my wrists. There we go. That's what we like to see. Oh! I accidentally minimised it for myself for a second. Oh no, I forgot over here. No! I'll go back in a second. I can do that part as its own thing. And I can close all of this up, and that's nice. That's very nice. Beautissimo. That's alright. Thank you for sharing them anyway. I know I went a little bit glum, but that's because I agree with you that it is a massive shame that they are dying out in such a way. You know, the fact that we get to be here at all, that we get to share this earth, is a beautiful thing, and I think it can be taken for granted, shall I say. I do it too. I can take things for granted. But it is truly not always the case. Now that is a furry wizard robe. And yes, I am going to borrow this colour from down here and use that to do the parts underneath. And the red layer as well I can do at a later point. Yes. Yeah, I think this is going to work. And then at some point, I think whatever future version of Galileo I do for out there is probably going to have shed this furry part and will have like crystalline elements and other weird space bullshit, because I like the idea that this is a... It sounds like, obviously, all of the Let's Make a Music songs are, generally speaking, quite self-contained, just because of the nature of the thing. It's, you know, crowdsourced. And it does sound, though, like this character goes by many names, seems to change forms on a whim. Well, maybe not change forms, but, like, it's the whole one of many names. They have many different identities. They seem to change a lot. And so I like the idea of the beard is always going to be consistent, because otherwise how would you know it's Galileo? But the beard has to be consistently big. But other than that, I might even give, at some point I might give him pointier ears to look more like a goblin. Like, being on the Crystal Goblin planet physically changed his physiognomy a little bit. Oh, what's it say on the seams? It says that science is a form of magic growing stronger, and I can no longer keep it all inside. It would say as it goes round the inside, but it's literally it's written sideways going down. That's why it's I tried to make it if you look at it, it is clearly letters, but it's supposed to be a little bit hard to tell on first glance. I have to say, who was it? Whose idea was it? Yeah, Sam, I think you were right on the money with that. With the having it match the old outfit, like this maybe sort of soon after he first transformed and became the space wizard. Like, how did he become the space wizard? Who knows? Who cares? Science is a form of magic, and he just unlocked his magical girl abilities. That's all that happened. And what's great is that because this is in the layer below, I can just be a little bit Wild West with the colouring in, because the layer above it will catch anything I missed. Like so. I can listen. I know like some Latin prefixes and suffixes and vaguely how to smush them together to form fun words, but other than that, I don't really. It's not a language I know. Let me grab another red. Let's add this in here. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And it's only 4:05. This is coming along nicely. Let me fix this part here, because this part needs a fix. I can do that, and then I can rub out this part, and hey presto, it's like there was never any. Layers are also a form of magic. I genuinely struggle when I don't have layers to work with. Having said that, I guess I kind of do it when I'm doing my snipping tool drawings, but even those sort of have a layer system. But when I think the main thing that I miss when I'm drawing traditionally is the undo button. I make so many mistakes and I can't undo them when I'm drawing on pencil, or like technically I can erase stuff with a pencil, but it's I don't have a very good rubber and it tends to just go wrong. So we've borrowed those colours. I think a good colour borrowing effort is required, mainly just for the pantaloons and the. Oh my god! I didn't colour in his shoes. Oh shoot. Well, I can do that in a bit. I'll just try and remember to do that as I go back there. Quickly get this part coloured in. Yes. See here, now I can go a little bit quicker because the lines are much more forgiving. Fancy bright coloured pants. Okay. What colour? I'm interested. But I need to know what colour, because I have reached a point where I'm effective. I think the wizards have drab brown pants? Oh my god, are you questioning my wizard credentials? Okay, fine. What colour shall I go with? Same green as the chair. I was thinking about the green from the chair because I was thinking about it for the wizard robes, for these bits, but I can do galaxy tights. I would do galaxy tights, except I'm also making the background a bit galaxy, so that's the only reason why not, is that I'm going to try and make the background suit the fact that he is a wizard. So, you know, again, like it's sprayed on the side of a van. Neon zebra print socks. Oh. I mean, yeah, because it would fit. I mean, because this is, it's Black Sabbath, right? Would I need to do I need to Google Black Sabbath? I'm into some metal, just not a lot. Can you vote darker green? You can. For the pants. I can make it a little darker. You want it darker. We killed the flame. Leonard Cohen. I'm not doing that justice. That song is truly, sincerely a good song. There you go. You got your sort of holly green pantaloons. Oh, buffer? Oh. Buffer, you say? Rainbow tie-dye for the robes. Potentially. Yeah. Okay. I typed in chat just in case it was a me problem, because I have, like, after everything, I'm still a little bit suspicious of my internet, but so far it seems to be unwarranted suspicion. Okay, we're back. Excellent. Hi, Marley. Glad to have you back. Rainbow tie-dye for robes. I think it is definitely going to be along those lines. I don't know if I'll make it a full rainbow, but definitely, so if we've got green pantaloons, I'm trying to not limit myself too much in terms of the colour. I want to make him colourful, and I want to make his background colourful, so I'm trying to find the right balance between them. Yes, that's alright. Go do what you gotta do, Marley, and I shall carry on regardless. I'm streaming until just gone 5, yeah. See you later. Do these gold parts. Yeah, because if I show the other ideas that I have, like what I want the accents to be, then I can decide upon, like greens and pinks and blues are all coming to mind. It's just what color do I want to make what? This can be gold. I think a nice gold band is fun. If I get the band back within the confines of the rest of the outfit, that would be good. Shiny. Oh no, that's just a line. Fair enough. Maybe the same green as the pants for the lining of the robe sleeves. I want it to. I do want it to be gold though, just because. Like, what is a wizard without a nice gold continuity? Oh, so the lining is going to be gold, so is the telescope staff, so that's where I'm going to try and bring the continuity in there. But I might make his hat the same green as his pants. Would that work? It's hard to... Yes. If that's, like... I think a wizard's got to have a little bit of gold trim on their robe. But I will make the hat the same green as the Because that can tie the top and the bottom half together. This is one of those, Rambler, maybe you should have thought about this before you started streaming. But it's like, well, you know, whatever. It's all good, right? It's just hanging out. Yeah. Nice. It's because it also makes the edges pop. Pardon me. There we go. Nice gold trims. Green hat with gold stars. Ooh, yes. If I'm going to do that, I might, I'm thinking about how to make the stars, what to make the stars look like, because that could be fun. That could be a fun little thing to do. Yeah. It's fun getting these done, and I wanna try and do like all 5 of them, but I'm also very aware of the fact that Let's Make a Music are coming back like imminently. I don't know whether it'll be tomorrow or whether it'll be not tomorrow. Sorry, it's Saturday today. Now who can't tell days of the week? It's me. Whether they'll be coming back this Monday, maybe next Monday. We'll see how it goes, but I still wanna get these done because they kind of they feed into my interests, namely bullshit space sci-fi musical stuff. Because it's fun. Because that is a fun thing to do. I'm keeping in mind. I'm remembering the green hat and the gold stars on the green hat. I think, the stars on the green hat should probably be like at least a little bit stylized. But we'll see how it goes. Because I want to do like actual, like quote unquote actual stars. Like little dots with some kind of flaring effect. Ooh. It's art time! Hello, Screams. How are you? I'm simply colouring in this wizard's stuff, which is also a telescope. These are just the flats for the colours. And then I shall do the rest. Yeah, I think I'm sad. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get to the nebula parts on this stream, which is going to make me sad, but I'll try and do another art stream at some point where I show you guys how I do that. So stay tuned, folks. That's my good pitch. Yes, this is how you win an audience. Nearly there. We've nearly reached the bottom of the staff, and just this entire length to go. Making decisions. Bold decisions. They are all straight down. Oh wow, it sounds like you've got a lot going on, Screams. I'm sorry to hear that. I also have stuff going on, but I'm kind of like, to what extent do I want to overshare about my personal life on the internet? I'm aware that I enjoy my privacy. I talk about stuff, but mostly with friends. I don't necessarily need to have it recorded in a video on demand on the internet for content. Not that kind of quote-unquote content creator, if you can call it that. You get people who make their entire careers out of drama, and good for them, I guess, but it's not really what I want. There we go. Hat time! Citrine is cuddling with Sam. Thank you for letting me know. I hope that he is a comfy kitty. Oh no, your Screams is not the first person to have Buffer City. As well you know, Marley was just in Buffer City. And I hope that you come out of it. And I hope that it's not on my end, because that would be bad. I would prefer it to be on ends other than my end. Good stuff. Thank you, Sally. Also, thank you for still hanging out and being here. That's fun. I think just having people hanging about is always nice. I wish you the best of luck, Screams. Ugh. Internet can be a bit of a crapshoot in deepest, darkest Cornwall, but so far, it seems to have been treating me fairly okay since I got the new computer. Now that is a green hat. What do you think, Sam? A green hat and green pants. Hell yeah. Good green. We are big fans of this colour of green. I'm going to put some stars on it, and this time I'm going to go back to my pencil brush because I want to do these as a almost like pentacles. If I put a nice solid one like that, just stars which are more like that kind of dealy rather than filled in. Yeah, it's definitely a sort of spearmint kind of flavour. Yeah, I think this can work. Oh, let's do it a slightly better one than that. Oh, a nice bright neon pink would be a good eye-hurty contrasting colour for the socks. Absolutely, Sam. In fact, I'm going to do something. Sam, do you know what I'm going to do? This is my very important thing that I'm going to do. Wait, where did it go? Oh no. Oh, let's see what I'm going to do. Copy, paste. There we go. Now I know what the pink is going to be. How do you feel about that, Sam? That's an Easter egg for the fans. Just putting little random spikadies around places where I'm not sure that you'd actually get a complete one. Yeah, something like that. Just to give it a Sally Green would work. I'm kind of almost there with the Sally Green. I could make it exact, but redropping colours in this extremely old version of Photoshop might cause problems. Yeah, something like that. Just in the corner there. Just a nice cut off. I don't want to have too many stars, but that feels like a good concentration of. Yeah, Something like that. Perf. Good stars. Sam, it's time. Are you ready to be transformed into bright pink pantaloons? I have the colour. It's extracted. Let me move the layer. Yes, there we go. Let me remove the reference and then use the colour. Magical French transformation! Ah, I'm making good decisions. Reset my brushes. Serious business brushes. It's time. Let's see how this looks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think, so the green for the pants and the hat, the pink for the socks. This is extremely pink and I love it. This is reminding me of 2D from Gorillaz, back when I liked Gorillaz and didn't have conflicting feelings about them. But yeah, he's a big rocker of the pink socks. Oh, an unnecessary line. I think we're making good decisions today. I think this was a worthwhile choice. Trying to think. I'm wondering whether, and I don't know whether it's just my own biases sneaking in, but I'm wondering whether I should make the main roby part kind of not royal, not almost veering on maroon purple, but more like a sort of, one of those nice purples kind of leaning towards blue cloak, and then having a bright sort of, nice purple cloak, and then sort of blue and blue nebula behind. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. We'll see how many colours we can sneak onto this wizard, and then what other colours are left over, well, I'll make the background. All the spare colours, and also all of the above and below optical wavelength colours they'll totally be in there. You won't be able to see them, but they'll be there. Dark lavender. Yeah. I think you get what I mean, Sam. I had to see the single cog turning my head as going, but lavender's a light colour, and then but if you make it dark, then that does make sense. In the same way that brown is just dark orange, but because we have a different word for it, we process it differently. Now let's look at oh wow. Oh yeah, we made a decision. That's art, baby. Yeah, orange is just dark brown brown is just dark orange. I need to make sure not to get those mixed up and the wrong way round. So let me think. If I go for a lavender colour, so that's lavender, and then I bring I need to be careful. So a lavender colour tends to be something like this. So that's lavender. The problem is if I drag it straight down, you end up with this bad mud colour, which I hate. But I reckon if I take it and I drag it down diagonal ways, I might make it a little bit... maybe something like this. What do we reckon? Because that's a purple that's bordering on the purple that I generally consider my favourite colour. Make the collar pink too to match. Ooh. I do want to carry over maybe a little bit of white, but I'll make it pink, but maybe a lighter shade of pink. I don't know whether I want it to be as hot. Okay, I'm going to stick with the purple for a second while we ruminate over the collar and the shirt for a bit, because the collar, they'll be the same colour. But yes, this is good. Man, collaborative art is good. Yeah, I think a wizard that is a nice hodgepodge of colours as well is good. I like that purple. It's the purple and the gold are very, very, very Roman. I think the Roman purple tends to be a little bit on the redder side, but on the ruddier side. But I enjoy it. It's a good kind of Disney villain, Maleficent kind of purple. I have a good Maleficent related anecdote, but I don't know if I want to actually share it on the stream. So early into my stream infancy. Yes, these colours are meant to invade the Christian church. I mean, in fairness, the Romans were pretty harsh to the Christians when they were just starting out, but yeah. You know, feeding them to lions kind of thing. Yes. I'm doing this all as one solid colour, but when I go into the shading, I'll make these parts much darker. I'm glad that my Photoshop is picking up, or that my brush is being picked up at least, because that makes things a lot easier in terms of actually indicating what I'm talking about. Honestly, I think I do enjoy an outfit which is otherwise very put together and then just bright pink socks. Like, for me, that is peak character design. Again, 2D gorillas. Again, not sure how I feel about them these days, but pink socks, still good. I have this shirt from when gorillas were a big special interest of mine, and I still like the shirt. I would probably not buy more things from them, is my main import. I do match my socks, but I think it's just out of habit these days. Little bit of wizard colours in there. Yeah. And then join it around to here. Honestly, purple and green, this feels like colour combinations that my 7-year-old self would have gone absolutely ham for. Yeah, the green, the purple, the gold. I don't know whether they'd have enjoyed the brown parts, but that's okay, because I'm not my 7-year-old self, I'm my 27-year-old self. And I think it's good. A nice, shiny wizard. Oh, yeah, absolutely prototypical witch colours. Honestly, I think that probably... Sam, are you trying to start, a discourse in the wizard witch community? Because I know that, that's a whole thing about, what's the difference between a wizard and a witch/warlock? And I think it's just in terms of, whether you're a book nerd or a theatre kid, I think is the main difference. Yeah. That's some stuff. A wizard is a witch without morals. That's an interesting take on it. I'd be interested to see how that plays out. I'm going to make this inside of the sleeve purple as well, just because I can darken it like I will with the other part. Actually, should I make it no. No, I've changed my mind. It's going to be gold. It's gonna be gold. Pardon me, I'm being beset by my own bodily actions. It's terrible. How could such a thing happen to me? A good person. Thank you. Well, I say, thank you, but honestly, Sam's been doing a lot of the a lot of the brain work in terms of this these color combinations. I think before I forget, I am going to colour in OG Galileo's shoes, and I will probably just use the same colour for regular Galileo, I'm sorry to say, just because it's there we go. So it's the layer between here and here, and if that colour is that, then I need to make this colour darker and richer. Yes. Only because it's just easier. It's just easier to have some dark shoes. Honestly, I think dark shoes on like pink socks probably won't look too bad anyway. I just want to find a way of tying the outfit together. I could not listen to Sam, but the thing about Sam is that they have good ideas and I like them. It helps when I am struggling to have ideas, especially. Yeah, I think we can get away with the same dark shoes. Thank you, Sam, for emotionally supporting my insecurities shoes. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Because the darkness of the shoe helps the pink pop more, is the way that I'm retroactively justifying my decisions. I can make the shoes shiny as well. They'll be shiny for both of them. Gotta have some shiny shoes. I had just a really cursed thought just now, which was what if there were no shoes? What if it was just those toe socks out there? But I don't think you can actually see when I'm mentally envisaging the stuff. I think it's probably just gonna be like mostly head and torso kind of. Yes. I'm glad to see chat rally behind my good shoe decisions, which are just sticking with what I know. It's the quiet nod of shoe approval. A shoeval? A workshop bad joke. Alright, I'm going to add some skin, I'm going to add some hair because they're easy. It's just the one colour. It's just all the one colour and that's easy. Except for the eyes, which are going to be glowing, but I can do that later. Something. I know what I'm doing. Whoa! There we go. Let's get in here. Look at those creases. I'm just gonna, when in doubt, just fleshify the eyes because it's easier. Because this beard is subject to the same whimsy as the furry parts of the coat. Am I also going to make the bracelet gold? Yes, now that you've said it. A nice tied together wizard aesthetic. I'm kind of glad. I think for this wizard, I'm happy to take as many sort of suggestions as I can because they will help tie it together and make it much more like wild and out there. I've been thinking about the medium there, who is another character from the same LP, and for them, I have ideas for how I want to do that myself, so I probably won't be taking suggestions for her if I ever get round to doing her, because she's very much like, she is a steak chef who is also a medium. That's like the strong impression I get in my head. Like, she is a sort of not Outback steakhouse, but maybe more like sort of Texas steakhouse. She works in a very hot and sweaty kitchen, which is also a medium's parlor. I like the idea of her flipping ghosts on a hot, I don't know what they call it, but like, you know, in professional like restaurant kitchens, they have these huge like black hot like just surface areas which they cook their steaks and stuff on. I just want her flipping ghosts on one of those. She's gonna grill those ghosts and toast their buns, if you know what I mean. I'm restraining myself so much because I always karaoke to that song whenever I listen to it, and I always do the accent, and whether it sounds good or not, I couldn't tell you, and I don't really feel like testing it out. But yes, it is a good time. I've still got 20 minutes, so I should at least be able to get these flats done. I think if I have a little bit of time, I'll just quickly whip together a nice background, like the shiny stars part, and then I can build on top of it. Listen, you know, I was saying that I don't like gorillas anymore, but I really do take... when I was in the gorillas fandom, that really affected how I draw my hands. Is it over detailed? I don't know, who cares? I prefer having the detail in the hands because it gets me to actually think about how hands are put together and how weird hands actually are. I'd rather think more about it than I need to than think less about it, you know? My hands used to be not great. Right, let's add some facial hair. Same handshake meme, ironically enough, Sally. Oh yeah, now that's a beard. Now that's a beard. A beard is happening before our eyes. Who would have thought? No one would have believed. That's a reference to War of the Worlds. Specifically, I was trying to do a Richard Burton voice. I don't know whether it landed. He's got a very specific cadence. Tuft of hair. Oh no! The green! The green has overrun it. Let's see. There we go. Free the hair from the confines of the hat. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Yes, that's what we like to see. Ugh, that's not what we like to see. We gotta tidy these lines up. Beard. I'm trying to decide whether I actually talk this much while drawing when I'm not streaming, and I don't know what the answer is. It could be either way, because I don't notice it when I'm by myself. But it wouldn't surprise me. I think I tend to just listen to music. I think in the time when I am quote-unquote taking a break from art streams, I've got to sort out a situation wherein I can have actual music while I'm doing art, because that would be good for me. Mighty wizard lines. Oh, okay. I think that's not... I don't know if it was specifically what I meant, Screams for Memes, but it's definitely fun and along the right lines. And would definitely fit the vibe of the medium rare. But yes, that is fun. Thank you for telling me that. That is fun. I seem to have been given some unofficial powers of deciding what is or isn't a fun fact, and boy am I going to abuse it. There we go. Get that. There we go. Molly! I am filling in this beard. There we go. Big, great, big, bushy beard. In fact, I'm gonna bring the hair up a layer because I'm now realizing just how many things it intersects with, and I want it to overlap. I want some proper beard overlap. Oh, those last two lines didn't contribute. There we go. Whoa. There we go. That was very strange. It just went on with no pressure sensitivity detection. Which Kibby do you have in your entourage, Marley? I would like to know. I'm like, whenever a pet is present, this is required knowledge. Bindle is of course not here at the moment. I think I'm babysitting her tomorrow, potentially, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, Scream for Memes, do you mean I paint burbs? Because I'm fairly certain that's a person I've seen before. Like, I've seen them collaborate with some streamers I know. Yes. Yes. I didn't get to fully watch all of that stream, I don't think, because that may have been when I was... that was probably a day of a week that I normally stream. So, it becomes harder to watch streamers on days when I stream, especially just before I start streaming. After streaming, who cares? I can do that all day, but... Yes! Wizard beard. Good ideas. Gold chain. Everything's happening. It's all going on. Where's my gold? That's for beard. Oh, I need to pay attention to my big... There we go. Found it! Found my gold chain. Let's go for a very small brush so that I may enhance. Enhance! There we go. A nice gold chain. Yes. Honestly, stream preparation, like the actual opening of software and stuff, part doesn't take very long. The main bulk of stream preparation is making sure that I've done all those steps, and then also made sure that I'm at least a little bit presentable before I start streaming. But I haven't done too badly. I've kind of probably should have washed a bit better beforehand, but I'm fine. Let's see. Yes, this section. So, let me think about this. I think I might just make it plain, just because there's a lot going on now, and I want to have a more neutral colour just out of the shirt. I can go, bearing in mind, it gives me room to go wilder with later depictions, and having that potential is nice for me. I like being able to go, yeah, there we go. That's the level I want to be working at. Yeah, and that's good, because those are two distinguishable colours, which is nice. I'm spotting where I have made mistakes. Oh wow, I only have 10 minutes. Wow. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that no one can tell. I'm helped by having extremely harsh lights. I have a ring light on my camera. I don't know what difference this actually makes using this, but the main difference it makes is that it hurts my eyes to use it, so I don't tend to. Thank you, Watson, for your missives. I'm always glad to hear from new members of chat, and Watson is now one of them. Yeah, I think that kind of... The white collar is, like, extremely, like, stereotypically Galileo, and so I kind of like the idea of just having it there for the time being, just to tie it all together a little bit. Let me fix these bits, because they are noticeable and I don't like them. Alright, is there anything else obvious missing? There's the planets. I'm gonna cheese it for a second and just do those in white and on the same layer as the wizard part, just so I can distinguish them from the background for this next part. Can do this part like this. That part there. I'll do these properly when it comes to the final product, but for the time being, I'm gonna do that, and then let's see how quickly I can do a background. I think running a little bit over time is probably not an issue. Group properties, Galileo. Okay, and then this group will be background. Cool. And now I can do what I'd been planning from the start and make this layer black. Or... Heh! Yes. Exactly. Yeah, just because the white ties everything together a little bit. That's my rationale anyway. Oh, do I have the right brushes? Ooh, I don't think I do. In which case, instead of doing the full nebula, I'm going to show you how I do my stars. Let's grab white and then a slightly yellow. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, this should be all good. Just draw a bunch of stars. So I can do there, 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 there. Not adhering to any specific like locale, just adding some stars here and there. This is called, I realised I didn't have my watercolour brushes set up, and that's no good. So I unfortunately can't show you how those work because I physically don't have them to hand. Which is a shame, because I actually did want to do that, but oh well. I'm going to keep the stars away from this corner because I want this to be I want this corner to be huge and sweeping, and then I want this corner to be quite dark and foreboding and stuff, to sort of show how the growth happens. You know what I mean. Alright, let me see. Let me get to what I've done. Yeah, those kind of nice and vague enough. Add some on the bigger ones. Add these little bits here. Oh, I think they will be in the same direction thereabouts. Because you can add that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be kind of like this. This is the thing that really improves matters. Stars, stars, stars. This one can also be a... I've got that layer. And then move on and I fill in the centres with white on the biggest ones. And then I think for some of the even... Oh, well, that doesn't help. Let's go with that. Just a little diagonal business going on. Just on a couple of them, not all of them. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to build it up, and then what I do is I'm going to duplicate my background yellowish parts. I'm going to do a blur on those, just to give them a little bit of a fade. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, that's good. And then duplicate this layer, and one of the layers I'm going to Gaussian blur again. Actually, I want a little bit more than that. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Do that, and then what you do with your whitest layers is you go blending options, overlay, and it gives you a kind of nice Gaussian blur, my beloved. Truly, the day I discovered that was a true godsend. Oh wow, I'm wondering whether I've missed a full hour of the stream I was going to go to. This is why you got to check your times before you do it. But just to wrap up, I'm doing live checking of things. I'm going to download the brushes that I need, and I'm going to see if I can't get them onto my computer before I need them. Let's see. Downloads, save. This is good content. This is what people like. Hell yeah. Let's see. Brushes. It's time for more brushes. Oh. Let's see if I can't get this in here. There is a specific folder where they go into, and I'm doing this now because otherwise I will go away and I'll have completely forgotten about it by the time I need it. Let's see. Whether I can do this in good time. There we go. It's in. Let's see whether it's updated. Load brushes. It's brush time. Is it brush time? Can I have my brushes? Let's see how this works. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. 1 second. We're going to full cam. It's just me. I am saving what I've done. I am closing Photoshop. I am opening Photoshop again. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we can do live on stream tech fixes. This is the content I signed up for, Crickets. Thank you for your faith in my ability to install some brushes that I want. There they are. Not those ones. These ones. Okay. Now you can see why I like these brushes. Let's go for a brush. Let's make it very transparent. And let's stick it straight into the background. I like them because they're really good at doing cloud effects like this. This is the thing that I enjoy. Oh shoot. You're right. There it is. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the fact that it allows me to make kind of weird clouds. This isn't the best brush for it, but these are the sort of, like this one. This one's a good... this one's a very, very good brush for it. Let me get rid of these ones. This is the thing that I like, because you can make really good nebulas out of it, and clouds, and I started doing these way back when, and you can get it even more subtle if you turn down the contrast a lot, and you can just go and you can get really good sounds, and that lets you just build up these nice clouds. I used this a lot. I did a piece of art for the song Night, and that had a lot of clouds in it, and yes, digital brushes are a godsend. Credit to McBad Shoes for making this brush that I love. It's very good. Also credit to, what's her name? Nanda's, because they also made a good one. Gamer ASMR on your stream. Yes, so this won't be the final background, but that's the kind of thing that I can do using that brush. And that's what I wanted to show you before I finished. And yeah, I'm going to actually link it. This is the brush. It's on DeviantArt. Please don't judge me for still having a DeviantArt account after however many years. You don't get to know what DeviantArt, my DeviantArt art name is. That's lost and forbidden knowledge. But yes, that's a good watercolour brush if you like watercolour brushes. I'm going to end pretty quickly now because I've realised that the person I'm going to raid actually probably started streaming about an hour ago, and I am very good at this game. But for the time being, we are, of course, raiding my good friend Hamish, and he is playing Kingdom Hearts. He is playing specifically Kingdom Hearts 2, and this is the first time he's played it, and we're gonna see how that's going, because I have no idea. Kingdom Hearts is a mystery to me, and we're gonna learn it together, and still probably come away going, what the hell was that? Until next Thursday, where I'll be playing more Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, goodbye.